It was terrifying to hear that I was gonna have to have most of my jawbone removed. You know, I was so, I don't want to say attached to my appearance, but I was very aware of it, and I was scared of, you know, what I was going to look like afterwards. You know, I'm going to look like a crazy person, and I'm not going to be pretty anymore. And so I was really upset by that.
Going back to that day in the office when Dr. Reiser told us what it was and what we would be dealing with and how long it was going to take and what they would have to do to her face, it was hard. It was really hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life.
Well, I was having a lot of numbness in my face. I was experiencing a lot of pain. So I was initially concerned. I wanted to get it checked out. So I saw a friend who referred me to see Dr. Reiser.
Well, that was kind of frustrating. She was having some pain and numbness, and she had gone to the dentist and they did a panoramic x-ray and they didn't find anything. They said everything was fine. And she came back and said, "No, Mom, it doesn't feel fine. There's something going on." And fortunately, we had another friend who was a dentist, and she went and saw him, and he asked her to come into the office the next day and that he would do an x-ray. And she went in and did the x-ray. I didn't go with her. I didn't think it was any big deal. So she went in and did the x-ray, and he immediately noticed that there was something wrong, and he referred her over to Dr. Reiser. He said, "This is who you need to go see. You need to see Reiser." And he was the only one that he recommended that she see.
It's very scary to think that something's wrong with your health. Especially I was 18 at the time, and so I was not expecting anything to be drastically wrong or anything really to be wrong, but I was experiencing pain and I thought I should get checked out, and then to hear that, it's kind of a bit of a shock, to be honest. And so I was really scared. It was really scary.
Yeah, we met with Dr. Reiser. He did the x-rays. He immediately knew what it was. And so he had us come in and meet with him and explain to us what it was. He said it was an ameloblastoma. We had no idea what that was. No idea at all.
He really walked me through step by step and answered all of my questions that I had about the tumor, about the diagnosis, and what was going to have to come from after this appointment, all of our treatment. He really did a good job at making sure I knew the next step. At every point, he walked me through it.
It was a lot to take in, a lot, all at once, but he went through it all, explained it all to us, and we felt that he knew what he was doing, and we felt comfortable with having him do the procedure for her. And we knew that we were in the right hands with having him do it.
My tumor was growing so quickly, we had to get the surgery done fast, and so I didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare for it. So just getting mentally ready for it is a big challenge. I really trusted Dr. Reiser, though. I knew he was the best person to do this surgery, and so that gave me a lot of peace going into it. He really helped comfort me going into the situation.
They took her in, they did the surgery, and honestly, the results couldn't have been any better than they were. She looks amazing. She's a beautiful girl, and she's happy, and she looks amazing. Dr. Reiser couldn't have done a better job.
I feel like I look exactly the same. Most people can't tell when I tell them I've had the surgery. They look at me in shock when I explain to them I had half of my jawbone removed. It's not my real jawbone. They can't even tell. I have to actually show them pictures to make them believe that what things I'm telling them. I can tell a little bit, but just because I know my face. But I'm so happy. I don't think it could have turned out any better.